What's good, y'all? It's Crisco Fontaine. Appreciate you for pulling up to the stream. I really do appreciate it. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. We're about to get it started shortly, but hey, real quick, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, por favor. And then hit that bell right next to it so that you get notifications when I upload, things of that nature. If you get any fulfillment, get any entertainment value whatsoever from this stream today, and whenever I'm streaming, hit the like button. And if you don't rock with it, you can hit the dislike button too. It's cool. It helps the channel either way, man. Okay. So feel free to comment, chat. I'll try to be as interactive as possible. Once again, I do appreciate you for tuning in to the stream. And if you've already subscribed to the channel, thank you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Whatever is in there, I love you. Let's get into the stream. 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 What's good, y'all? Appreciate you for pulling back up to the stream if you are in here. My name is Crisco Fontaine, aka Coach Crisco. You see the title. I'm missing my do-rag. My scalp is cold. Man. So I checked out a little bit of All-Star Weekend. I didn't watch all of it. Had shit to do. But this was the first All-Star Weekend I think I watched. I'd say I watched probably 65-70% of it. It's the first All-Star Weekend I've watched that much All-Star Weekend content in a long time. And wasn't impressed. Make sure I'm not muted. I'm not muted. No, I'm not muted. No, I wasn't impressed. Man, listen. I'm old, okay? And I need y'all to understand that, Coach. I'm old. I might not look it because I drink plenty of water and I try to exercise and stay active, but yeah, I'm old, man. I'm knocking on four O's door, right? So I've been around for a little minute. And you know, I'm a 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s, so the era which I grew up in, All-Star Weekend was something that you look forward to as a fan. You just look forward to it. Hold on a second. Why am I dropping frames? What's going on? Okay. Scream is healthy. You look forward to it as a fan. That was just something that you like. I mean, for me, I look forward to it every year. You know, you see your favorite players team up with each other. You know, in the exhibition style, but it was still some competition. You see your favorite players team up together, all on the same court, all at the same time, and it was dope. I have a little bit of a theory as to why the All-Star game isn't as exciting. And I don't know if it's just because of lack of competition. I don't know if it's just because of that. I don't know if it's just because of lack of competition. I'm not sure at this point. Because again, I'm old enough to hang on. I'm old enough to remember at least 30 at least 30 years worth of All-Star games. I'm just trying to remember. Like, I mean, the All-Star games in the 90s, they competed, but it wasn't like they weren't like just playing full court defense, lockdown defense. They wasn't running plays and things. I mean, they might ran a few plays here and there if it was like a close game and they was really trying to pull it out, but it was an exhibition. That's what it's supposed to be. Nobody's expecting these guys to go out and play, you know, run an Princeton offense and, you know, a bunch of pin downs and back, you know, backdoor cuts, and nobody's expecting that. But at least a little effort. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that when you say, okay, well, we're going to try to revamp the All-Star game. We're going to try to make it more exciting. We're going to give these already millionaires, already 40, 50 $1 million a year players. What the hell is going on with my TV in there? Already 40 and $50 million players. We're going to give them some more incentives in order for them to feel, a little bit more intrigued. Come on, man. It makes no sense. Just for the for the love of the game and the love of competition, you would want to go out there and you got all your top peers. This is the top of the top, the cream of the crop. If I'm involved, I'm trying to bust every last one of their asses in an exhibition, style, of course. But I want to make sure that I let it be known that I am the best of the best. Everybody here is here because they are considered the best. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do everything in my power to let it be known after this game is over with. There's no dispute. I am the best of the best, at least for this season. Everybody that's voted into the All-Star game should have that mindset, if you're asking me. And I feel like it was a little bit more of that in yesteryear. But one theory that it just popped into my head is I'm wondering if the heat of competition that we don't see in the All-Star game anymore is because all these All-Stars are teaming up with each other in the regular season. It's like regular. All these rosters have an abundance of All-Stars on them. So like back when I was a little tyke, you probably got at the most 2 All-Stars from one squad. Like I can remember Stockton and Malone would be All-Stars. Jordan and Pippen would be All-Stars. There was a few duos that were like legitimate duos in the 90s. I'm just talking about the 90s. I can't really go back to the 80s, when Magic and Bird was really dominating, Isaiah Thomas and them. I can't really go back to that because I don't remember. I'm mid to late, I guess mid 80s. So I don't remember any of that. I was too young to remember that. But as far as the 90s, from I would say 92, 93 on, I have vivid memories of those All-Star games. You didn't really have an abundance of teams with multiple All-Stars. So you had most of the 30 teams in the, was it 30 teams? It wasn't quite 30 teams in early 90s. Because Toronto and Vancouver, which is Memphis, they came in in the mid 90s. I want to say maybe 94, 95 or something. Got you to 28 teams? So I'm thinking about New Orleans and I think. Regardless, you had pretty much every team had at least one All-Star. Maybe not every team, but most of the All-Stars that came from their own individual squads. You didn't have a whole lot of All-Stars from multiple teams. Now, it's like maybe not so much this year, but a lot of the years in recent history is All-Stars from like all of the same teams. So, yeah, man, these sweats got. I hope you can't hear all that. I'm not fighting, okay? That's my seat. So there's no excitement to oh yeah, we're gonna team up with this group of All-Stars that I don't really get to see them that often. Nah, man, they're my teammates every day. So it's no excitement. That's just a theory. Might not be accurate, but it's a theory. But overall, I'm not going to say that All-Star weekend was trash, but it wasn't super exciting. There was a few moments where it kind of, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of dope. But it was few and far in between. I think that the new concept of the actual NBA All-Star game, I don't foresee it don't foresee it moving forward beyond this season. I didn't like it. The tournament style with the 4 teams, I didn't like it. Just go back to East West. Just no gimmicks, no team LeBron versus team Steph, or team LeBron versus team Giannis, or team LeBron versus team Durant. Why was it always team LeBron? Why is it always team LeBron? No teams, no none of that random garbage. Just go back to just traditional East versus West. Now you can throw some caveats in there if you want to. If you want to make it kind of sort of like Major League Baseball has done with their All-Star game. They've made the winner, the league that wins the All-Star game, whoever comes out of that league makes it to the World Series, they get home field advantage. So if you want to do that, then you can do that. Now, does that throw a monkey wrench into the regular season? I mean, I know you wanna have positioning for the playoffs itself, but if you know as an Eastern Conference squad that I think I can pretty much beat any team in the East on anybody's floor. I'm just worried about the West. But I already know that the West is going to have home court advantage because they won the All-Star game. Just saying hypothetically. I mean, do you see more teams sitting more players out throughout the regular season? I mean, it's kind of like it's a catch-22. You don't really know. If you do this just for the sake of the All-Star game, how is that going to affect the regular season? You got 82 games you got to you know what I'm saying? So I don't think you don't want to suffer. You don't want to affect Jesus. You don't want to affect the 82 game season just for the sake of the All-Star game. So I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but I want to just kind of go through. Hang on a second. I want to kind of go through some of these highlights and we just check a little bit of this out. Jesus Christ. Let me switch these accounts. We'll check a few of these highlights out. The 3-point competition. I was not privy to who was going to be in the 3-point competition prior to the 3-point competition. Jesus Christ. Hang on a second. Why my button's not working? Give me a moment, please. Hang on. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on one second. Yeah, this is trippy. Whatever. I'll go back to old school. Oh, that's why it's not working. Bruh. What is going on? Oh, I think I know what's going on. Hold up, por favor. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is what happens. This is what happens when you skimp on equipment. Not necessarily saying I'm skimping on equipment, but my capture cards are not the greatest capture cards. You know what I'm saying? They work when they want to. They part time. They might be fired after this stream. We're gonna see. Cause literally, to sound more professional, during my production meeting with myself, they were working. They were working, and I don't understand why it ain't working right now. But I'm gonna let you know a little secret. I'm a little pissed because this motherfucker right here. I swear. Let me unplug it from the laptop and plug it back up. See if it comes in. Come on now, you're supposed to work for me now. It's Black History Month. You're not supposed to make me look like a fool during Black History Month. Bruh. Hello. Man, this is some bullshit. Hey, bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. There we go. Don't be acting. Come on, quit, man. Don't be acting like this in front of these white folks. Don't do this for me. Don't do this. Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, daddy. Let me see if it's gonna work now. I don't know. My buttons ain't working. Fuck them buttons. Okay. So let's You got one more motherfucking time to act like this in front of company, man. You got one more motherfucking time. All right. Let's check out some of these highlights of this 3-point competition. Now, like I said, I didn't know who was gonna be in the 3-point competition prior to the 3-point competition. Make sure that I'm in the shot. Thank you. I didn't know who was gonna be in the 3-point competition prior to. So it was Cam. Matter of fact, let me get I want to name him out because I did a pick prior to when I seen who was all gonna be in the 3-point competition. 3-point. And my pick was my dark horse was Norman Powell, and I said Tyler Hero potentially, or maybe even Dame since he had won it before. Tyler Hero won it, but Dame was trash. And apparently Dame has won it, 2 times or something? That I didn't know. I thought he won it. I know he won it once, but so let's just check a little bit of this out. We're not gonna watch the whole thing.
Position the balls and away we go. With Cam Johnson. Good start. This season from 3, 41.
So when I watched this, when I watched this, it just made me realize that some shooters are just good shooters in game. Like being on a stage of the 3-point competition where you just shooting basically the same shot, just from different spots in the you kind of have to have a set shot to be pretty good at the 3-point competition, I think. And some shooters are just good jump shooters. A set shot and a jump shot is kind of I mean, it's different. See, 14 points, man. I my intrusive thoughts makes me think that I could have got 14 points. I could have got 14 points. You give me a money ball in that corner right there. This corner that Garland is in right now. You give me the money ball in that corner right there. That's 10 points right there. I'm hitting all 5. So Garland. He did well, and he was one of the guys that I was not expecting to shoot well because I guess maybe I don't watch a lot of Cleveland games and I don't know, that this kid, he's a bucket. I knew he was a bucket, but as far as like 3-point shooting, I wouldn't expect Darius Garland to be somebody that would do well in a 3-point competition. We'll say this: not a fan of the court. Can we do away from the gimmicky courts for All Star? Even when you think about like the in season tournament courts, it's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. Adam Silver, it's too much. You got way too many colors, and it just looks too. It don't look NBA. It don't look NBA. Sorry, I'm watching wrestling right now. Nah, I'm not a fan of the courts. All of the different colors and stuff. I guess you're just trying to appeal to a younger audience, but you gotta take into account the old heads too. We still watch the product. We grew up when the product was at I would say its golden era. You probably should try to cater to that audience as well, not just the younger audience. That would be, I'm gonna go through it. Darius Garland. I want to go to the Let me skip through it. This guy right here. And who had the worst performances? Cade Cunningham didn't do well. I don't need my headgear. I don't need to listen. But Cade didn't do particularly well, and I want to say it was. Get through it. You see, he's already in this third rack. He only got 4 points, 6 points. But see, when I seen his name, I'm like, Cade Cunningham, is he a 3-point shooter like that? Like, I know that there's some 3-point shoot, like actual 3-point shooters, like Steph and Clay. Those guys, I guess they at the point in their careers that you're not gonna really see them in these competitions. I mean, Steph's 36, so you need the youth. This would have been a competition since we don't see him in a dunk contest, and I don't know if we will. Maybe we will. I don't know. It would be dope. But somebody like Ant Edwards, he's turned into a 3-point shooter. Why not see him in a 3-point competition? He's a young star. This is what All-Star Weekend is missing. These young hoopers, ballers, yes, they're good players, great players. Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Cam Johnson. These are young, good players, great players, whatever. But when you talk about star power, this is what the All-Star game is missing. The All-Star game is missing star power. They're missing the young stars. That's really what All-Star Weekend is about. It's not really about it's about the vets and all of the All-Stars having the All-Star at the culmination of the weekend on that Sunday, the game. But All-Star Saturday night, that's like the showcase of the young stars. When you think about probably the dopest, one of the dopest anyways, 3-point competitions. I mean, not 3-point competitions. Dunk contest. 2000 dunk contest. That's the one where Vince just kind of shut shit down, right? Vince Carter was a young star in 2000. He was a young star. He wasn't one of the like old heads. Like he was mid-20s. Like it's too. I'm just saying, like the young stars of the NBA. This is what All-Star Weekend is for. It's for you to, show up and show out. So the Ant Edwards, the Ja Morants, the Zions, your Jalen Greens, your Shaden Sharps. Is Shaden? Is that his name? Shaden Sharp. Well, I think he was in the dunk contest maybe last year. I think I'm not sure. We'll get to the dunk contest because dunk contest was horrible. But hang on. My bad. Yeah. I just I don't see. Okay, yeah, Norman Powell. He was one that didn't do well. He didn't do well at all. And he was who I picked. But all these players, they're great role players, right? Norman Powell is your Cam Johnsons. Cade is a young star. He's a young star. I'm not saying Cade's a role player at all. He's a young star. But these other Darius Garland again, maybe young star, perennial all-star, maybe moving forward. But you're still missing the young star power. When you think in NBA and you thinking about, let's let it roll. You think in NBA, you think about the superstars that you see endorsing, just Sprite commercials, Nike commercials, whatever the case. It's only a few. I've seen a lot of commercials where Anthony Edwards, Sprite commercials, just anything you think about an NBA player who has that star power. This has been really trending for a while when it comes to like All-Star Weekend and the superstars or the All-Stars that don't compete in these competitions. We've never seen LeBron, who is supposedly the GOAT, the greatest basketball player in the history of basketball, not just the NBA, but the history of basketball. Even back when Nat Turner and them was playing basketball, and Harriet Tubman and them was playing, doing the running. Bron is the best basketball player ever, greatest basketball player ever, according to many people. We've never seen him, other than the All-Star game, we've never seen him participate in All-Star Saturday night. And he's the greatest to ever do it. Why is that? Hero won that. Let me get just a little serious. LeBron James is the greatest basketball player. LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever, according to many, many, many people. The greatest. He's the GOAT. But we've never seen LeBron James participate in any All-Star Saturday night events. He's never participated in any reindeer games. Just the game itself. But we've never seen him in any skills competitions. Damn all of that. We've never seen him where we wanted to see him. And then that is the dunk contest. We've never seen Bron in that. Why is that? Put the camera on me. Spin it. Spin the camera. Oh. These cables. Why was son of a bitch. We've never seen LeBron in the dunk contest. I seen somebody on Twitter, X, whatever, today. I won't say it was today or yesterday. Because the conversation was about, the thread was about Bron not ever being in a dunk contest. And it was like a compilation of a lot of his either practice dunks or just off of tips or dead ball dunks or whatever. And it was just like, yo, there was no reason for Bron to get in the dunk contest because he was going to win regardless. Okay? So why not just get in it since you're going to win regardless? If you know you're going to win, it's definitive. You know, that's not a shadow of a doubt that if you enter in this competition, you're going to walk away with a dub. Why not do it? Everybody that has been pegged the GOAT or, a great player before you has done it. Michael did it. Kobe did it. Those are the guys that you're chasing. Why not do it? That's one thing that you can say that Bron has never done that those guys prior to him did. He got rings, yeah. He got MVPs, yeah. He gonna have all of the statistics when he's done. He gonna have all of them. But he's never won a dunk contest, never even entered one. Why not? Why not give the people what they want? You're supposed to be the people's champion. We all witnesses. You the king. Why not give the people what they want? I'm not even a LeBron James fan, but I would have loved to seen him in the dunk contest. Absolutely. For sure. I don't know. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. And I don't want to come off as a hater. But I think he should have gotten at least one. What is he afraid to lose? He got more finals losses than wins. Why would he be afraid to lose in the dunk contest? Who cares about the dunk contest? Who cares? So Jalen Brunson was in a 3-point competition. Buddy Hield. I want to watch this real quick. Buddy Hield had a tremendous outing in the 3-point competition. Did I say the dunk contest? Did I say dunk contest? I'm dyslexic. My brain be flim-flom. Jalen Brunson was in the 3-point competition, not the dunk contest. If I said dunk contest, my apologies. I think I did. I think my brain just reviewed what I just said. And I feel like I said dunk contest. So maybe I didn't. I'll watch it over. But Buddy Hield, he had a tremendous outing. He did his thing in the first round. And in the final round, I was pulling for Buddy. I really was. This man missed his first 7 shots. But he went off in this round. He did his thing. I want to say he tied Steph's most in a round. Man's had 31. He did his thing. I was wondering where has this shot been? Because I follow Golden State. I like Steph Curry, so I watched Golden State for him. And I was just wondering how they were gonna pan out now that they have Jimmy. But I've noticed the games that I've watched recently, Buddy Hield has been atrocious. They can just take Hield off, give me that jersey. I wear number 7. Put Fontaine in the back. I wear number 7. Sure, absolutely. I'd shoot better than Buddy Hield right now. But he did his thing. He did his thing with that grill of his. He did his thing in the first round. But let me fast forward it real quick. Because Dame, he was 1 point short from making it to the final round. It was between Tyler Hero and Buddy Hield. So I just want to let me go to, let's see, who shot first? Tyler Hero shot first. Let me just check Tyler Hero's final round out real quick. Because he ended up taking it home. He won it. And I want to say that Miami has the most 3-point shootout winners of any team in the NBA. Could be wrong, but I think they do. So he finished with a point total of 24. And Darius Garland, he didn't. Just kind of scroll through Garland didn't have a good outing in the final round. So he only finished with 19, 17, 19. He finished with 19. But Buddy Hield, if Buddy Hield would have hit at least one, of his first 7 shots, it would have been a shoot-off. They would have tied. Man, I don't know what it was. Maybe he should have shot first, but dude was horrible his first couple. I don't know what it was. He sat down, them teeth got a little too heavy for him, and he just came out shooting bricks. Shooting 3-pointers like Shaq. Missed his first 7, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that's crazy. He missed his first 7 shots. He would have knocked down 1 or 2 of them. He would have won it. Because he finished strong. And then he got to his final rack. His final rack was his money ball rack. That's where I would have put mine. The same corner his money ball rack would have been. I mean, what would have been where mine would have been. But he finished strong. He finished hella strong. So, I mean, with this momentum, I don't know. Maybe he'll finish the rest of the season actually shooting better. I thought he was going like this was the part. This was probably, I don't know, maybe some of Mac's dunks kind of got me out of my seat. But this right here is what kind of got me hyped because he's finishing strong. I'm like, I wanted him to win this. So he got 15. He need to beat 24. So he needed all of these. He needed every last one of them. He made the first 3. I'm like, yo, he gonna make 5 in a row. He gonna win this thing. So I was out of my seat here. I'm like, oh snap. I'm getting hyped. I'm like, oh shit. Oh my God. Damn it. It was deflating. He made that one. Like 1 point short. Unfortunate, buddy. Unfortunate. Teeth, man. You sit on the bench for too long and them teeth get a little too heavy for him. I can understand. But that 3-point competition wasn't bad. And I'm almost at the point now where why don't they just put the 3-point competition last? Because I don't know if we're ever going to get to a point where we're going to see the dunkers that we want to see in the dunk contest. The dunk contest can be a main attraction for sure because we have some young stars that can really do it. But they gotta want to do it. Hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 moment. 1 moment. Uno momento. Bear with me. All right. So damn, it's supposed to freeze here tomorrow. All right, so yeah, like so I don't want to change my title. The audio stream's current bit rate is lower than your recommended bit rate. No, it's not. Stop lying to me, YouTube. I hate when YouTube be lying to me. My bit rate is actually higher than it's supposed to be. Give me a second real quick. This is an intermission. If you need to go get a snack, go get a snack real quick. Let me do some technical work. Let me do some technical work. You see my hang time? Look at my hang time. Look at that hang time, man. My hair growing a little bit. My hair is growing a little bit. Let me change my title. How you spell cancel? I'm depending on spell check. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I don't know why YouTube be telling me, hey man, your bit rate is too low. Your bit rate is too low. Oh, it changes immediately. Immediately. Let me get it back on. Hang on a second. Give me a moment. We're gonna check out a little bit of the dunk contest. Okay. All right. So let me get my groove back. So the dunk contest. My button's working. I gotta figure out why the flood puck. Hang on a second, cause nothing is working for me, and I don't know why. Why? I don't know why. That's why I'm a lot more productive in That's not even the word I was looking for. It was a P. Professional. I'm a lot more professional than I am right now. Okay, let me see if it's working. F no. Okay. It is what it is. I got it up. So the boy Stefan Castle, he did his thing. He did his thug thizzle. Could have definitely been get me back in the shot. Could have definitely been a little bit more entertaining per se. But the fact that they have to go out and get a G leaguer to participate in the dunk contest against NBA players, that tells you everything you need to know. So, now, of course, this highlight is probably just going to show the actual dunks, like the made dunks. Most of these dunks were not completed on the first try. Okay, so just to to preface, that was a cool dunk, but again, like you have to be really, really original, maybe with props, and because we've pretty much seen every dunk. We've pretty much seen every dunk. I mean, you just have to kind of give your own spin, your own rendition on like the greatest hits for the most part. But we've pretty much seen every dunk. Okay, so they are showing misses. Now, this dunk right here, if he could have made this dunk on the first try, we're talking a whole new ball game here. I like the idea. He couldn't. I don't think he didn't make it. He didn't make this one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he did. But if he would have made this dunk on the first try, that's the dunk of the night. But see, and the crazy thing about it is, if you doing this in the dunk contest because obviously you've done it before, and probably multiple times. So if you've done it before, you completed it, then damn, you getting on the bright lights, big stage, and you can't do it. Balls. And that ball probably did play a factor. I mean, it may not had as much grip as the normal ball. It's the gimmick stuff, the gimmick ball, gimmick court. Got hung. Legs getting tired. But that dunk would have been clean if he could have finished that. That would have been clean. That to me would have been my favorite dunk of the night if he could have. Now that I'm looking at that, the ball didn't really die on him. He caught it too soon. He should have let it go. He should have caught it more up here. He caught it down and tried to bring it up, and his hand's probably not big enough to palm it and just take it up with him. If you look at it, like he don't have control of the ball. He's like on the side of the ball. He need to be underneath it. You see what I'm saying? Like he's like on the side of the ball. This is the ball. He's on the side of it instead of being underneath it so he can take it up. And so he doesn't have it. Like that's not where his hand need to be. His hand need to be underneath the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like you're not going to be unless you can palm it and take it up like MJ. But that's how he got hung. Because it needed to be up underneath the ball. And then he didn't get as much elevation also. But. Again, we've seen these renditions before. And I'm like, man, what is going on with this dude? He should have got his hair braided. I think maybe the fro was holding him down a little bit. He should have got his hair braided. Giannis, come on, man. That was just a regular dunk. In my prime, I could have did that dunk. Think I'm bullshit. Think I'm bullshit. I'm not bullshit. I don't bullshit. Not every day. But in my prime, I could have did that dunk. That wasn't too special. It's just kind of like a pump fake. Boom, get up there. Nothing special. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Yeah, I could have did that easily. I'm 6'1", 6'2". Yeah, listen, I need you to understand. When Coach was in his prime, I was jumping out the gym, man. I was yamming. Pow. Let's fast forward. I'm trying to get to Mac. This right here. Let's rewind that for a second. So when Mac, when he brought the car out, my first thought was Blake Griffin. So we've seen it already. But Blake, his dunk to me was a little lackluster. And if I can remember correctly, Blake's dunk was the last dunk when he brought the car out. It was the last dunk. So for Mac to bring the car out on his first dunk, I'm like, okay. And he's gonna go over the front like Blake did. When they position the car, I'm like, oh snap, he's gonna have to jump over the top of the car. And then the dude was standing like in the sunroof with holding the ball. I'm like, oh, so he's gonna have to jump over the car and over the dude. You know how crazy this was to see a white guy get this much elevation and dunk over a car during Black History Month? It's crazy. It was insane. But I popped. Pause. But I did. I popped. I popped everywhere. This was by far the dopest dunk. Just because, like, Mac is like maybe my height, like 6'1", 6'2", something like that. This dude got some serious hops to get over the top of the car with a person standing in the sunroof holding the ball. Now his foot did clip it, but they're not gonna show it on this highlight package. The first jump, because I think this was his second attempt. The first jump, he cleared the car completely. He just didn't get the ball. He didn't get the ball from old boy, but he cleared the car completely. And that's the first dunk. Spike is like doing Black History Month. Really? We got to give him his props, man. I mean, it is what it is. Broski made the dunk contest interesting by his damn self. That's crazy. Over the top of the car. Who? Look at that, dog. Look at that elevation, dog. You don't need to see me right now. Look at the elevation. Okay. That's what I want to do. Look at the elevation, man. Look at that. Look where his head is. Like he's clearing the car easily. Now, yeah, you can say, okay, what? But his legs is kind of kicked up or whatever the case may be. Yeah, sure. Can you do it? Like, what NBA player you think right now could do something similar to this? Ja, maybe. God. A little bit later. A little bit bigger. I don't know. But this was dope. Cause that could have went all the way wrong. Like if he would have just like clipped the car right here on the front side of it and just kind of flipped over, or like went head first into the sunroof and then flipped around, it could have like messed up some stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Look how high this dude is. That's a poster. That is a poster right there. Like that's a poster. That's gonna be hanging on little Colin, little Colton, little Bryce's, little Tyler's wall. You know what I'm saying? It gives the little young white kid something to aspire. They can say, man, I saw Mac McClung win the dunk contest 3 years in a row during Black History Month. I want to be like Mac. Rosie got it. He got up. They cleared it. Yeah. That was beautiful. He had, every one of his dunks was 50s. It's too soft. I mean, yeah, it was cool, but he's so lanky. So any dunk that he does, it's not gonna look as sexy as if somebody is 6'1", 6'2". You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to do if you a big guy, tall, you got height or whatever, you got to do your dunks with power. You have to have power. Okay. Now, Andre Jackson Jr., they could have left him in Milwaukee. He didn't even have to make the trip. He didn't have to make the trip. I'm sorry. He didn't have to make the trip. Seen it before. It's just a regular. Giannis is pissed. He's disappointed. I don't understand. Um, we practiced. We practiced. I told the team that we'd give Andre. We'd give him a little bit of grace. If he missed a few dunks. But this is atrocious. It's completely atrocious. I wouldn't be surprised if Andre Jackson Jr. is cut from the team next year, next week. Just that look, Giannis is just like, you know what that means. Cool dunk in game. Like that's a cool in game dunk. That's not a dunk contest dunk. That was just he had to get something down because the dunk that he was trying to get. Look at the old schools. This man yawning. Let me stop doing Dr. J like that. Close your mouth, sir. But he's just like, man, it's past my bedtime. These niggas, they ain't got nothing going on. Come on, man. And that was cool, but again, that's something that you would see in game. Like that's just a regular dunk that you would see in game. That's clean though. That's a clean dunk. That's clean. Come on, man. Let's full screen it so you get the full immersion of the replay. That's clean. That's clean. Look at that. See, he does a good job of like getting his legs up. Look how high his head is. Again, this is like a 6', 6'1", maybe guy. Look how high his head is, and he's still ascending. But look, he get his legs up. That makes the dunk it makes it seem like he's jumping so much higher than he actually is. But he actually is high. Like if he has his arms extended up, his arms is way past the square. It's way past the square. But he's not even facing the rim at this point. And for him to spin around, like that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Look at that. That's nice, dog. Mmm. Let me see. No, I don't think he was vaulting because I feel like he would have to push down. He don't really look like he's pushing down right here. No. Nah, I think he's just getting up there. He's just getting up there. Another 50. Now, and this was a clean dunk too. This was a clean dunk too. But again, see, all these attempts, when you have multiple attempts, man, it takes away from the what the youngins say. Tap into my old headdom. What the youngins say? Aura. It takes away from the aura of the dunk, man. When you have 3 or 4 different attempts, come on, man. It's like, okay, we've seen the attempt. It didn't go in the first time. We saw the attempt. So now the element of being surprised, like, oh my God, like it's you become a little surprised or taken aback from the attempt, but then it's just like, damn, okay, now we're rooting for you to finish the dunk more than, oh, that dunk was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. Finally finished it. But I mean, it was nice. But I seen a steal of this dunk on Twitter, on X. And when he caught the ball, his feet were still on the ground. So it really defeats the purpose of catching the rebound or, the ball coming through the hoop. Because you're really supposed to be in the air when you do that. Like, it's supposed to be one motion. It was not one motion. But I mean, in fast speed, let me give you the full immersion of it. So when he caught it, he was still on the ground, basically. Let's see if they give another angle. See if we can catch it. So, I mean, he got the ball pretty much, right? Now he's just not going up. Like that's kind of like, okay. You could have did that off the dribble. Like, he could have just bounced the ball up for him instead of like doing it off of a made shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess doing it off a made shot, the look of it is yeah, it's enamored. And you're enamored by the fact that he did it off a made shot, but it's no different than if he would have just bounced the ball up and did it off a bounce. That's clean. Don Cheadle? Oh, this is pop. Yeah, Tracy McGrady was not amused. Tracy was like, what is this shit? Look at Tracy. Tracy said, man, come on, man. This what y'all got me out here doing? That was clean too. And you have to take into account that all of Mac's dunks was basically done off the first try. Off the first try. That's nice. And this is what I mean by creativity. We've pretty much seen everything in regards to dunks that the human body can physically do, regardless of how athletic these kids are becoming or have become. There's only so many dunks humans can really do, right? So I mean, we've seen almost everything Now it's like, okay, well, you got to just be creative. You got to use props. You just have to be creative. This was a creative ass dunk right here. It's something I don't think I've ever seen. I think who was um what's the dude? What's his name? Center. JaVale McGee. I think he had a dunk where he dunked it in two separate rims, and that was creative. So, I know there's a lot of people that don't like the dunks that require you to have props or multiple props or whatever. I get it. But at this point, you kind of have to, because we've seen almost everything. I want to get to his last dunk. Let me see. Wait a minute. That's Mac. Yeah. So these are final dunks. That was clean. That was a clean dunk. That was clean. With the left. So that's difficult for a right-hander. You know what I'm saying? That's clean. That's a clean dunk. But, he was losing the ball. Maybe not able to palm the ball quite. He couldn't really cuff the ball, really. But that's still a nice dunk. That's a nice dunk. And that was clean. I seen it, in actual motion. I'm like, man, dude tipped it off the rim and then dunked it. Look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Was that all of them? Let me see. I think that was it. Yeah. That was it. Mag won it. Man. Look. At the end of the day, all the fans want is hey Allie. At the end of the day, all the fans want is something that's entertaining. Something that's entertaining to watch. I think I seen KD on Twitter. He said something about the fans are not they're not satisfied regardless of what is done. Might as well just cancel it. Might as well just cancel All-Star Weekend. Now I'm almost at the point of agreeing. Well, I mean, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have to pay the players to just be competitors, like you have to give incentives. The winner or 500 grand or whatever. That's not enough. Why am I gonna go out and give my all and play tough, play hard, for 500 grand, and shit, I'm making $50 million this year. There's no reason for me to go out and play hard and potentially injure myself for 500 grand. And I get that. But that would make more sense if you were actually playing all of the regular season games. And you were playing all of the regular season games as hard as you possibly could. That would make the most sense. But when you load manage and you don't even have injuries that you are managing, you're just managing because, you got a little soreness. You're not injured. You might be a little hurt. I don't know too many pros that play basketball that's, doesn't have some sort of ache. That's not hurt in some capacity. Not injured. Nobody can play injured. If you have an injury, you have to rehab that injury. You can play hurt though. And in fact, it's your fucking job. Excuse my French. It's your job, dog. Your job is to play basketball. That's what you literally get paid to do. Play basketball. Oh, My finger hurt. Oh, my balls is sore. I don't think I'm gonna play tonight. Well, there was some fans that saved up money to buy a ticket to come see you play, expecting to see you play, and you don't play because your balls are sore. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, and you are paid handsomely to play basketball. I don't know. Maybe part of the reason why, not only just All-Star weekend, but just the NBA product as a whole is suffering or struggling a little bit when it comes to how the fans embrace the product. It's just because there's so much freaking money into it now. It's like it's so much money. Everything is money driven. Everything is money driven, and it's not just from the player side. It's from the organization side as well. So I'm not just putting it on the players, and I'm not opposed to the players having a sense of power and being able to protect themselves. I'm not at all. I don't want to just seem like I'm a hater, because I'm not. But at the same time, I am a fan. I am a consumer of the product. So just speaking from that aspect of being a consumer of the product is it's in trouble a little bit. It is. It's just not as interesting. I can remember just being a kid and just go through my little trip down memory lane before I get y'all out of here. Just being a kid and being excited for the triple headers that would happen on Saturdays or Sundays. Like NBA on NBC. There would be like a slate of games that would come on, just regular season games that would come on. That was just dope to just kind of sit in the crib and watch those games. I don't get excited to really watch a regular season game anymore. It's just not exciting. The presentation, from just everything, from the presentation of the games, even finals games. Finals games don't even feel like finals games anymore. Like, presentation is important. The presentation of the product not conducive to how they want it to be perceived. Maybe it's an Adam Silver thing. I don't know. Maybe it's an Adam Silver thing, because I feel like when Stern was running the show, God rest his soul, it wasn't struggling like this. Like, the presentation was on point. It felt like the importance of certain games. You felt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go back, just frequent YouTube, pull up some NBA on NBC games, and just look at the presentation of some just regular season games. Bulls versus Knicks games, just regular season. They would have this package that this montage at the beginning of the broadcast, and there would be a narration by Marv Albert or Bob Costas or somebody, and they would give you the backstory of either the rivalry between these two teams, or just what was transpiring throughout that season between those two teams. And it made you intrigued to want to sit for 2.5, maybe 3 hours and watch the entire game. We don't have any of that now. None of that now. It's just like, it's almost like, to the point, so much money is being made by the league, so much money is being made by the players, where now it's to the point, yeah, we got your money, we got your viewership, just sit down and watch the show. We don't really need to do anything else. We don't really have to put in too much effort, because, I mean, why? Why would we? Why would we? I don't know. I mean, as far as the All-Star weekend, I mean, there's some things that I think that they could do to maybe revamp it. I wonder why they got rid of that Shooting Stars competition. There was a Shooting Stars competition that they had. Let me play it real quick. I got got the video pulled up. But it was a Shooting Stars competition that they had a few years ago, and they just kind of did away with it. And it was like, there was multiple spots on the court. You had like a player of, typically it was like a team. You know what I'm saying? Like say like Atlanta or Chicago. that has a NBA team and WNBA team. And you might have a player from today, a player from yesterday from the NBA, and then you would have like a WNBA player. And it could be either from today or yesterday, just one of the two from the WNBA. But it'd be a team of three. One current NBA, one past NBA, and then one either current or past WNBA players. And they would shoot from multiple different spots on the court, and then they would finish by trying to make a half court shot. I like that competition. This right here, I like this competition a lot more than the skills competition. I enjoyed that a lot more than, recent All-Star games. And Adam Silver, I don't know, you probably have never come across me. I'm a little on me. I'm just a guy that makes videos on YouTube. But just go back to the East-West concept. Get rid of the tournaments. You seem to have an infatuation with tournaments. Get rid of that tournament style. We don't need that for the All-Star. You already got the end season. And then you got the play-in. And then the playoffs itself. That's, it's been standard. But we don't need a tournament style for the All-Star game. Just go back to East-West. And don't let LeBron pick teams no more. Just East-West. Eastern All-Stars versus Western All-Stars. And stop trying to make money on everything. Sometimes, all money ain't good money, especially when it takes away from the presentation. Hey, let the players wear their jerseys. I've seen a lot of people miss that. That, when there was All-Star games where the All-Star participants wore their own jerseys. You don't have to necessarily make All-Star jerseys, All-Star game jerseys. I know that's something for the consumers to go buy. You can make more money. Yes. Okay. Everything is about money. This is what I was talking about. Let's tap back into the presentation and just like building as far as like the package of the game to make it more entertaining for the consumers. Because here's the thing. If there's no consumers, there's no NBA. Appreciate you for pulling up to the stream. If you have pretty, the same sentiments that I had as far as the All-Star. And again, I hadn't really followed the All-Star game or the weekend as a whole for the last few years. This is like the first year in a while that I've like really watched. I watched all of Saturday night and a little bit of the All-Star game itself last night. So, but just all around, if I had to give a grade, D+, C- maybe, C-. I'll give it C-. I'm nice tonight. If you like the stream, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button on your way out the door, please, and lock the door when you leave, please. People out here crazy. See you on the next one.